Hey there, everybody. It's Angelo. I'm back. First off, I just want to say I apologize if there's any shadow being casted on my face right now. Just got back from the dock. It's absolutely freezing. Did a little bit of a short on it, so if you want to see what I did in, a little bit more than 2 minutes, I summarize it pretty solid on the shorts part of my page. So check that out if you're interested. With that being said, just trying to stay warm, keeping the hat on, and with the lights that I have in my room, it kind of causes, um, I guess, over exaggerated shadow casting. So, just trying to stay warm, warm up. Can't really feel my toes that well. It was very cold outside. It was about, I believe, 16 degrees, and with a wind chill, it was like -6 or something weird, something crazy in the negatives. But with that being said, as I continue to ramble, if you could do me a huge favor, so I can keep doing these videos, please do subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. It helps a lot. Interacting lets me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you guys are interested in, and what you guys want to see me talk about next. It is the 1st of February, so I hope you guys are having a good first of the month. And, yeah, just gonna break down what I've done today so far. Slept good again, so starting off strong. Sleeping habits are getting good again. Of course, just before I get into the hospital, because of course I will be getting surgery on the 5th. So, excited for that, but obviously let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We gotta get through the rest of the days first. So, like I was saying, um, we worked at the dock. So, yesterday when we went out, we had basically, the tree. There's tree limb cutters. They basically have a big curved blade on them, little jagged teeth, and we use those to stand from the dock and cut the ice out, and then push it underneath the sheet so that they would be pushed away, and eventually over time with the de-icer that we have running also melt them. So that took a while. We spent a couple of hours outside, and I was worried we were going to have to do the same thing, but we were very fortunate actually today. Went outside, looked like the de-icer was working overtime. Not much ice formed at the end of the dock, so we didn't really have to move the de-icer from where it was, especially since it is so cold out right now. We were really worried that the ice was going to freeze up when it goes to high tide. The ice locks onto the posts, and when the water rises, it rips the legs from the dock out of the ground, basically. So we tried to avoid that, keeping all the ice off of it. Basically, the process we did this time was the sawing, but it was on steroids almost because my dad set up a rig that had a chainsaw. I would some say would be a miniature chainsaw. It was about this big. Some say it was a perfectly adequate sized chainsaw, maybe even too big. But basically, just had basically had a chainsaw on a stick or really on a pole. And we used that instead of using the old fashioned sawing method. So we were able to get a lot more ice cut out way faster, and it was just much more effective, less labor intensive, and we were able to get in and out much faster. Obviously, it was still very cold. I'm still trying to warm up currently. It was, like I said, it was with the wind chill in the negatives, and like I said, I'm so cold that I'm like still like I have brain fog. My glasses kept on fogging up from my breath. I was wiping them like every 2 minutes the whole time I was out there. But got it done. Hopefully it gets warmer because when I get surgery and when I am back, I will not be able to do any work. And my dad already had shoulder surgery, so he only has one arm that he's able to use. And we will have very limited resources to work on the dock. But we're being optimistic. Hopefully, it warms up a little bit, and the doc doesn't have to suffer the consequences of anything negative. Stays there. It's not that simple. Even though it is an older doc, they are still very expensive to replace, and we're not in that situation to be able to do that right now. So yeah, really just pushing through, getting all the stuff done that I can now while I am still physically able, and then when I am not physically able anymore, I can't be basically you know, guilted into not being able to help because I've been busting my butt and yeah, freezing my butt off as well. Um, Freezing my butt off as well as everything else. So, it was pretty rough out there, but got used to it. I'm wearing like three shirts, a sweatshirt. I'm wearing two pairs of socks tucked in. I got my shirts tucked in. I was wearing gloves. So stayed pretty warm. Had a neck protector, but what happened was I kept on fogging up my glasses. So that was kind of an obstacle to say the least. But yeah, other than that, wasn't really too bad. Still freezing, of course, but kind of comes with the fact that when you're out in the negatives, it's gonna last a little bit longer than usual. I was actually so cold that when I was filming at one point, when I came home, it shut my phone down because I guess the internals got too cold, and so I had to turn it back on. It wasn't detecting a charger for a little bit. Now it is detecting a charger, which is a good sign. It was stuck on 10% for like 30 minutes, which was really strange. So I wasn't sure if the battery had been absolutely clapped or if it just needed a restart. So what I did was I restarted my phone, um, power recycle, and then adjusted the charger because it turned out it was just out just enough to not be drawing any power. And when I plugged it back in, it was charging. So we're in the looking good. I got a lot of pictures, got some videos, interesting stuff to save down the road, look at. I like the video that I put together. Hope you guys do check it out. And if you do want to check out my stuff, please do think about subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and interacting down in the comments. It really helps me out. I appreciate it a lot. With that being said, I'm going to say this again before I go. If you feel that you are trying to overcome an obstacle that feels insurmountable, know that I believe in your ability to overcome that obstacle. There are plenty of people that have overcome tremendous obstacles and gone on to do great things, and I believe that you can be one of those people. So don't give up. Keep fighting. I'm fighting my battle. I will be getting brain surgery on the 5th. I will keep you guys updated. You keep fighting your battle. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on me. I'm up, and I won't quit on you guys or myself. We can hold each other accountable that way. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I look forward to talking to you all very soon.